Hi everyone, it's Saturday night. This is a spur of the moment live feed. Give me a minute here. I want to make sure that I can see your comments on Facebook also. So it's going to take just a second here. Let's see. It's going to take me a minute. I don't do a lot of live feeds, so I'm hoping that this is going to work right. Just a minute here. Is anyone watching? If you are, do a comment. I should be live on my KreatesKards Journey with Mary Director page. I'm going to do a little tutorial today, actually a work in progress. I had posted a video the other day, or I guess yesterday, on how to make pouches using some zippered sandwich bags. So I was going to show you how I do that. I was giving it a try tonight, and I thought you might like to watch also. I can't tell. Hal, can you go online and see if you can actually see me on the KreatesKards Journey page? What? I need to know if I'm actually... Oh, wait, we're okay. We're okay. Hi, Beverly. See, you just signed in. I couldn't tell if I was live or not. So it's going to take me a minute. What I'm doing... yesterday I posted a video showing how you could make these little bags out of plastic sandwich bags, and you know ones with zippers, and you use duct tape. Oh great, thanks Bev. So today I went and got some patterned duct tape, and then I thought that I would go in and try to see if I could make it. Now it's a learning process. I've only made a couple of them. I'm not going to guarantee that that they're awesome, but I think it's an easy project. Once I get the technique down, I think I'll have a real good. I think I have a good gift item. Joan, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate you watching the video. Whether you're watching live or recorded later on, be sure to post a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the angle of the camera so you can see as I make this, and also see the tools I'm using. I found it was really easy. I was amazed at all the patterned duct tape that's out there. I was just flabbergasted. I never realized there was so much. I'm used to the old silver stuff, So anyway, I'm going to reverse the camera. It's going to take just a second. Oh, you're going to see my TV for a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay. There we go. Okay. So what I did is I went in and I made a couple of them. This is the first one, and what I did, I only had the regular, sandwich bags. This is just a regular sandwich bag. I used purple duct tape, and then this is kind of a night sky type. This would work for a while, but as you know, after a while, this type of a seal doesn't work long term. So for me, I didn't figure it was going to be a long term, but if I needed something quick and easy, this was great. It would be perfect for craft tools, journey glaze, or silks, or even cosmetics, any craft item. But again, this type of bag worked, but I don't think it's going to work long term. I want to be assured that it's sealed all the way across. Oh, hi Janice, thanks for dropping in. I'm showing some of the little bags I made today. I went and bought duct tape, And Hal was great. He went to the grocery store for me, and we got zippered, these are actually the quart bags, and they worked out really well. And like I said, these aren't perfect. They're a work in progress. But I thought it was just a great way to create some, you know, some craft bags. Or if you needed a gift bag. How wonderful. So, okay, so this is the first one I made. This is the second. Janice, honestly, I think the one with the true zipper to the top is going to be better because you can tell whether or not it's closed. These, the old-fashioned ones, I don't know about you, but there's so many times I think I've got it closed and it truly isn't. So I think the zippered one is the better, yes, the red slider. Yeah. Hi Sherry, thanks for dropping in. So I made two others. I like the solid colors better. They're more forgiving in not showing my mistakes. But later on, I think, you know, we'll find that as I get practice with it and I learn more about the measurements and the folding over, that it's going to be easier. This one's my favorite. How's that for awesome? Yes, the track makes a difference, Janice. That's why I think the zippered ones are going to be better, because you're going to know immediately whether or not it's zippered or not. Again, the number of patterns I had available were amazing, absolutely amazing. And someone suggested using washi tape. I'm not sure, I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if it has enough adhesive to keep it fully intact, but this is one stable bag. I mean, look at this. And it's all sealed up, and this is what it started out as. It's just a quart bag, and this is a generic brand. It has a gusset on the bottom, so I went ahead and I left it flat because I didn't want to have to deal with the gusset. And I think it's going to be great for tools. Just stick them in, close them up, and now they're in a secure place. Okay, so let me get going, and please bear with me. Like I said, these are the only ones I've made. This was a brand new endeavor for me today. So I'm going to sit down so that I can show you. Okay, this is a, oh, I agree, Janice. I don't think with the washi tape that it's going to be as permanent or as secure, but it was suggested and I just haven't tried it. Oh, Kathy, yeah, your laptop bag, that would be awesome. Janice, the bottom, what I did is oh, wrong one. I actually just left the gusset closed. So it just became a point. If you wanted to get really creative, I'm sure that there is some way that you could put the tape in here and so that it would open up. I just didn't have any idea how to do it today. So this is how I've done it. I'm going to show you with the with this that I'm going to call it Cosmic or Galaxy. It is duct tape brand. There are other brands out there. I just went with the brand that I knew and that I knew the quality. I'm using the Fun Stampers Journey cutting mat. It's item number TO-0148. It's $12.95. It's 12 by 12. This is absolutely perfect. What is so awesome about it is that the duct tape does not stick permanently to it. If I lay the duct tape down, I can peel it back up. That was my biggest concern with my work surface, is that I wasn't going to be able to get it back up. And if I used a silicone mat, which I also have a silicone mat, then it didn't stick at all. There was no holding power. So I needed something that I could cut with. The other thing I'm using that's a Fun Stamper's Journey tool is the retractable craft knife, item number TO-0145, and it's $8.95. This one's really great. It's got a little button here. Oh, wait a minute, what did I do? There we go. And then the blade comes out. So when not in use, you just close it back up and the blade is protected. This works amazing on the duct tape. And then, oh, also so you know, our craft knife does have replacement blades. Item number TO-0146, and a set of 4 of them is $5.95. Okay. What I did is I took the bag, so you can use any bag. I measured the width, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to turn the mat because it's easier for me to see the numbers and to cut. So I went here, and this is right about 20, so I'm going to cut the duct tape at 22. And the 22 then allows me so that I can wrap the duct tape around both sides. I'm going to take the duct tape and, hold on just a minute. I went ahead and see it adheres to the mat, and so I can put it in place, but it also picks right up if I need to. Hi Georgie, thanks for tuning in tonight. Okay, so now I'm going to set up my craft knife, and I'm just going to go across. Now you may not be able to see this because my hand's in the way, but I need to be able to see where I'm cutting. And look, it literally just pulls away. Oh, you can't see, wait a minute. Hold on just a minute, let me move this over. Okay, I guess it's not going to show you the whole thing. Let me rethink this for a second. Let me see if I can get just a higher picture. There we go. I'm going to take a second so I can make sure it's going to show. Well, I'm watching on my iPad, and so there's a slight delay from what actually is live. And so I want to make sure. Okay, now, yeah, okay. So when I cut this, it literally allowed me just to pull it away. And because I'm doing it on the craft mat, it's also allowing me to pick this right up. Now I'm going to take the bag, and there's a line, let me show you. There's a line right here, right below the zipper, and I'm going to use that as my guide. And again, I'm not perfect on this. I would just want to make sure that I have an overage on both sides of the bag. I'm going to then turn it over and just do that. Turn it over. There's our first panel. Going to do the next one, and every one of these, we end up that we're going to need about 6 of these, 3 on the front, 3 for the back. And again, I'm doing these at 22, the mark 22 on my craft mat. And look how easy that just pulls away. Oh, I guess I can just do it this way. When you go to put the next piece on, just make sure that you cover a little bit of the piece underneath, put firm pressure, flip it over, and seal it on the back so it's held in. Oh, thank you, Connie. I'm having fun. This is, like I said, today's the first day I've made these. I'm having fun with it, and I'm not promising that they're going to be perfect. There are a few imperfections, but I was so thrilled that I had my craft mat and then I had my new cutting tool because it worked out perfect for this project. Okay, now this one, I want to make sure again that I get it to cover the piece underneath, but it's not going to be long enough to cover down here, but that's okay. We'll fix that at the end. Okay, so there's the front, and again, I have a blank space down at the bottom that's not covered, but again, we'll cover that at the bottom. But isn't this amazing? Oh my gosh, I love this print. There was all kinds of things. I mean, all kinds of things. They had cats, they had balloons. One of my friends said she had bacon duct tape. I think that I like the printed pattern better. When doing it, just remember that if you go to a pattern that has a true design to it, if you don't line the design up, it will show. It may show up more quickly than like this does. This kind of just blends in. Okay, now we're going to do the back. And what I find when I do the top of the bag, it's easier for me to face the opening towards me so that I can see the line. Okay, and then we're just going to do the exact same thing on the back. And these end pieces here that are getting turned over, they're going to be covered up later. So I've never done anything with duct tape other than mend a few things. I never thought of doing something like this. I mean, I know that people make all kinds of craft projects. Have any of you done any type of duct tape projects before? I know, Kathy, you said you did your laptop bag. Boy, that must have been really involved. Okay. Again, I'm going to cover up the piece just a little bit so that there's no space in between, that there's some coverage. Also, that'll help reinforce the bag too. Okay. And again, the length of your strips here is going to depend totally on what size bag you use. These would be great too for a classroom if the kids needed pencil holders. Oh, there we go. I just pulled it the wrong spot. I can see them for cosmetic bags. If you're going on a trip to put your bottles of, you know, a small travel size bottle of shampoo in. Okay. Okay. Both sides are done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sides. And so I'm going to measure. And this says 15, so I'm going to do 17. I want it so it's going to go beyond, and that I have a little bit of space to fold it under. Well, Beverly, you're going to have to try it now. Like I said, it was just a spur of the moment decision for me to try it today, and it wasn't expensive. 2 rolls of the tape and the bag of the quart bags was less than $10 altogether, and I'm sure I'm going to be able to do lots. This roll was a smaller roll than the solid purple, but I'm sure I'm still going to be able to do quite a few with this. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky. This is where I don't know if it's a depth perception or what, but you need to line the top up with, with the top of your bag, and then come like halfway over. And I always seem to come either too far down or not far enough. If you make a mistake, the tape is fairly forgiving when you first do it, and so you can rip it or pull it off. It's not ripping it, it's still usable. Just don't put a lot of pressure on it before you go to remove it. But this is where, just a minute, I misjudged. This is where I have the visual issue of getting it, where is the halfway mark? Because with cards, I literally would, I would take the paper, I would fold it in half, and then I would have a crease. So I would be able to see it right away. So this one's a little more difficult for me. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my craft knife. Now I don't know if you can see it, but I've got the clear plastic here. I'm going to bring the craft knife down to the end, and I'm going to do a cut there, and then from this way I'm going to do a cut here, and I'm going to cut out just a little square. I'm going to fold this up, reinforces that corner, and then I'm going to fold this, and see, this is where I probably should have cut this down a little bit more. I don't know if you can see from here to here, so that would have been underneath. There is a possibility I'll be able to cover it when I do the bottom of this. We'll see. Okay, so now I need another piece. And I believe, yes, this was 17, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. But as you can see, I mean, this goes together really easy. Oh, Beverly, I know you're going through a healing process. I'm so sorry that you've had to go through that, but glad you're definitely on the road to recovery. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. And then the tape is really sticky. That's what's nice, is that it's not really sticking to the mat, which is perfect, but it loves to stick to your fingers. Okay, so same thing, I'm going to line it up here. Again, I'm going to come down to the clear part. I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to cut here. And again, the clear plastic, the bag's coming all the way down. Okay, so let me try one other thing. I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to cut part of this tab. Maybe that'll help with, just be careful with doing this that you don't cut fingers. Okay, I'm going to fold it over. Fold this over. This one I got a little bit out, but this one, even if I didn't cut this part off, this would be okay because I still have the bottom piece to do to go over this. So I don't have to be, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so now I still have this bottom piece to do, but as you can see, and there's the gusset, Janice. I don't know how you could go in and cover that. So that's why I've just gone ahead and left them flat. Okay, so this one we're going to measure. This is right about 20. I'm going to go ahead and do 23. It's probably a little bit more than I need, but this way I can make sure I have the full, all the way across, plus be able to fold it. We had gorgeous weather here today. The other day we had a huge dust storm, lots of wind, and we ended up with rain. We didn't have any damage right here, but oh my gosh, the sky was just like a dirt fog. It's really crazy when we have our dust storms. Again, this mat's wonderful. It literally just picks up from the mat, so it makes it easier to work with. I mean, I wasn't sure what else I was going to be able to use that wouldn't stick. Okay. To get it flat, we're almost done here. Oops, it's not going to stick to the mat, but it's going to stick to my fingers. Okay, so I'm gonna try to center it, come about halfway down, apply pressure, and again with this one, I am going to go in. I'm going to cut the corners out again. Didn't get that one cut quite enough. Okay, and I am going to cut this down a little bit so that this will cover up. Same thing on this side. Going to cut here. Going to cut here. It's just been a fun project. I want to go buy more duct tape now, but I don't know how many bags I really truly need. But this has been a great project. I had thought, like if someone was going to a crop, if someone was traveling, even in your purse, just a great way to have a little bag. Okay, so I'm going to fold that over. I'm going to fold that tab over. And I'm going to fold this up. And this is a little ragged here. So I'm going to cut this off. And just be careful that you don't cut into your bag. Okay. And there we go. Unzips. Beautiful bag inside. Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad that you dropped in. Okay, so here's the front, here's the back, or it could be just the opposite. But again, I don't have these sides even. I need to work a little bit better on that. This bottom isn't even either, but I don't think the average person's going to see it. And again, this is like the 5th one I've made. It absolutely was so much easier with our retractable craft knife and our craft mat from Fun Stamper's Journey. Here's the one I made now. Again, the front and the back. Here's one I made earlier that's two-tone. Here's another one that I made, same pattern. And then here's a solid purple one that I made. Do you guys have a preference? Do you like the solid better? Do you like the print? Or do you like the mix? I'm really leaning towards the printed ones. I just really like those. I thought the solid purple, because purple's my absolute favorite, was going to be, what I would go for, but this one won out. How about you? Any preference? Okay, I'm going to turn the camera back. You're going to see my ceiling. Hold on. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the light. There we go. Well, I really appreciate everybody dropping in tonight. I had fun, sharing with you my new project, and I hope some of you will try it. And like I said, if you need a mat or a craft knife to work on this type of project, the Fun Stamper Journey ones are awesome, and these bags would be perfect, whether it's for craft, whether it's for travel, you could even put a gift in these, awesome cosmetics, anything. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing good. And just a reminder that our Fun Stampers Journey Holiday Mini Catalog has gone live. So you can order from that now. And also our new annual catalog went live last month, and there's so many wonderful projects. If you'd like to place an order, my business page is funstampersjourney.com/MaryDirector, and I appreciate any and all orders. I want to thank everybody for dropping by. Is there any questions before I sign out? I really appreciate everyone stopping by. Okay, well, I'm going to call it a night then. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will leave it live. Well, not live. I'll leave it on my page so it can be watched later. Again, I wasn't perfect at it, but I sure had fun, and I'm glad I got to share it with all of you. Thanks again. Bye.